I think a lot of us creatives really focus on, investing in gear and logos and aesthetics and things that make our brand feel visually beautiful. This is going to be a little bit more raw conversation. I just really honestly want to share my thought process on creativity and investing in yourself, because that's been the thing that's been most valuable to me. Full transparency, at least at this time point, I'm doing okay enough financially. I'm getting by and I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, it's not like I'm out here crushing it. And that's only one piece of the equation. What's kind of important, and maybe this is the lofty creative side of me speaking, is just making sure I have joy to the work that I do, whether that's a free spec piece or whether that's client work. My Fridays are often open for thinking, for challenging myself, for having thoughts. I have a project coming up in a few weeks, and initially we kind of agreed that we were just going to handle the production from the crew and the rentals and the gear standpoint. And, they would handle all the art direction, and they are handling a ton of that. But as I was sitting here and I was getting more in tune with the project, I'll listen to the song or I'll revisit the production books. And I just couldn't help but think, like, I have some new ideas here. And part of that comes from, collaboration and communication. Like that always plays the biggest role. When I think about investment of energy, it often comes down to the relationship and the communication that I have with either my crew, my clients, my community, my whatever. That keeps me excited. And being excited is such a key piece of this. Well, I was reviewing, the attire that they had picked out, as well as the extra assets that they were providing me. Every time we do a project, we'll do a checklist together and we'll go over things. There'll be things that they need to provide, things we need to provide. It's very collaborative in that nature. And I feel like that's where our good artwork comes from. Well, finally taking the time to dive into all of this, I start to get inspired and I start to think bigger. And I think one of the challenges is so often, our budgets at least aren't allowing us to do the creative ideas that we want to a certain degree. There's the financial side where you can look at everything and you can say, this is what it takes. This is how we should be spending. And then there's the other side of it that says, this could be an investment. And in the past, I've for sure invested a lot of money in projects that have given us no financial return. But there have been several other times where we've invested in projects and they've had the biggest returns of our career. And for me, the investment that I'm really trying to put in is not to just make the video look better, but, when we create the environment, when we have the right tools, when the art department and the props and everything are there, that's when my team actually can see the vision that I can see. That's when the client can see the vision that I can see. I think there's so many times that I would peg down our creativity of saying well, we don't have the budget, so I'm not going to buy this extra piece of attire. One of the things is literally getting extra print-ons for outfits to make them more personal, things that attach to the band's lore, things that attach to, the concept of this. And truthfully, they may never hire me again. They may hire me from here on out. That's not why I'm making the investment. I'm making the investment of my time and my creativity because I want to love the work that I'm doing. And, sure, I'm putting in extra time. Sure, I'm putting in extra budget. Sure, I might not be, making buku dollars, but I know it's going to keep me excited. And when I'm excited, my headspace is going to radiate that energy. My crew is going to feel that. The client is going to feel that. And for me, that's the most important piece. When I sit here and I think about my place in creativity, it is creating experiences for everyone around me, not just making beautiful visuals. Good art takes decision making. It takes teamwork and it takes collaboration. So anytime I'm trying to really level up or get myself out of a funk, oftentimes it's either investing time, creativity, extra energy, extra preparation. It doesn't always have to be financial. And I found that has been so critical to me. Now, with that, I think having the space, a luxury that I've tried to build into my schedule, is creating more space for ideas to come at me and to take action on those things. So today I'm sitting here and I figured, I just had this really good day. And a lot of this is never really shared. Like I spent some time designing some things that go on the attire. I went through and I found some props. Some of them we already planned on, but some additional props. And the idea of saying, you know what, like I'm going to hire an actor for this. I'm going to bring this actor in and I'm going to get these extra things. Those extra things led to new ideas. And part of those ideas come from my client. Part of those ideas come from myself. And I think it's so easy to look at other creatives and say, wow, they must be a genius. They're so talented. They're so this. They're so good at these things. At least in my experience, most often, creativity is a collaboration. It's not one creative genius, but it's coming in and it's creating this collaborative atmosphere to where everybody can kind of contribute to that creative genius. We can all be geniuses together. And, I'm just sitting here feeling really fulfilled. Don't be afraid to put in the extra time. There's logical decisions and there's emotional decisions. I've went through the phases of making a lot of work that visually looks fine and you can't really put your finger on what it is. For me, it took so much work to realize that I'm not happy with the work that I'm doing, that my team isn't as excited about the work, that my clients aren't getting the experience that I set out to make. So for me, that experience piece is really important. Getting to flex, grow, and challenge myself as a creative is really important. The finances, they come and go. You're always going to have different clients that are going to want to spend more, different clients that aren't going to spend as much. You can make that excuse time and time again, and it is a real excuse. But maybe you don't have the budget. Maybe it's putting in more time into preparation. Those have been the things that I've been really focusing on lately is like, how can I give a little bit more? And how can I give in a way that isn't just to the other party, but it's to me too. I'm going to give my all in the directions that I want to give because I want to enjoy the work that I'm doing. It's really important to me. So that's it. Just a raw talk today. Nothing super crazy. I'm super jazzed about this project coming up. And there's been a lot of little small things that we're doing for this one that as a DP, as a producer, as a business owner, I'm just really excited about. And it's fun to share that excitement. So hope this was helpful. Hope it was relatable. And yeah, keep crushing it.